You wake up on a weekday, just out of bed, and you wander into the bathroom, you flick on the light, and you look in the mirror. What do you say to yourself about yourself? Is it complimentary? Do you look in that mirror and go, hey, sexy? Hey, you spectacular creature? I just wonder how harsh we are with ourselves. How do we not only compliment ourselves, but really make insults that if anybody else was to make to you, you'd get pretty angry, wouldn't you?
We're our worst enemies when it comes to insulting ourselves.
Absolutely. Okay. Now, my advice to you on this one, I do not believe that any of us are at risk of arrogance. I think there's enough stuff going on in the universe around us to level us, to bring our feet back down to the planet. What I do wonder is, are we good enough at supporting ourselves? Being our own champion. Because if we're not able to do that, then we're having a dependency on others, the external locus, the dependency on others to tell us we're okay. And here's my worry, my concern. I'm seeing something today that I didn't grow up with, and that is something known as cyberbullying. And when I first ran into this concept, I couldn't understand how it works. And so you're sitting there, I want to make a parallel to this. You're sitting in your home, and you're sitting and you're watching television, and you don't like what's on TV. What do? You change the channel. Or you turn the TV off and do something different, right? Why have we not developed that same skill with social media or a telephone or that stuff? Because it's a piece of equipment that we could change the channel. We can unfriend people, right? And yet, there seems to be addictions that get formed to that. I'm concerned about that because it speaks to me of a lack of self-care. I put a post up, and if I don't get enough likes, what does that mean? And if my brain is saying to me that means I'm not a good person, I'm concerned. So I just really want to make sure that we're instilling in ourselves, and as we instill that in ourselves, can we help to pass that on to others, to help them learn self-care? Yeah, because we have the ability to impact others, right? You saw it in the article that I handed out, if you've read that. It talks about the impact that attitude has on other people. It's contagious. So if our attitudes are poor, it's highly likely that it will impact those around us. What if our attitude was supportive and upbeat? And it doesn't mean it has to be that. It's not Little Mary Sunshine stuff, right? But it's about recognizing what's going on for us internally, taking good care of ourselves so that we can support others as well. Would that make some sense? Yeah, so I have a high concern for this. And I'm not sure. I so clearly hear my mother's voice in my mind when I talk about this, because I grew up, she was constantly saying to me things like, sticks and stones may break our bones, but names can never hurt us. And it was just building in that level of self-resilience to go, I have a choice as to whether I take on that outside influence.